Alright, welcome to the fourth video of solving equations with logarithms. To put it nice and short and sweet, this is the best video. It's the one that can guarantee you possibly 2 questions correct out of the 5 in order to guarantee yourself a 1. They are the hardest, but they're also kind of the easiest. So when you're solving these problems, it's kind of a preference when you're solving them. To put it nicely, you don't have to do change of base. You honestly could just take the log of both sides and then it's a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start with that. So on this question, I'm just going to take the log of both sides. So I have log 3 of 2x equals log 29. Now, honestly, I do the power rule, or sorry, the power property where I bring the 2x, the exponent, down at front at the same time, but for sake of the video, not going to do that. So now I have an exponent. With exponents, you have the power property where you have to bring the value in front. So I'm going to have 2x log 3 equals log of 29. Now, every single time you're solving these, you're trying to get x by itself. Okay? If there's a number in front of x, it's now a number in front of the log. It doesn't matter where the x or the number is, and if you always want, you can put x in the very front. I don't like to do that. I like 2x log of 3 because it makes my brain happy, but you can do what you want to do. So, in order to get the highlighted by itself, I need to divide by the numbers on the side. So I need to divide by 2 and log of 3. And do the same thing on this side over here. 2 log of 3. When I do that, values cancel out. So I'm left with only x. X equals, and it equals everything on this side. Log 29 divided by 2 log 3. Now that's an exact answer, and I want approximation. So on my calculator, what I need to do is I need to type it in. So I'm going to hit the log button. It is down by the 7 key, log 29, divided by, now I need to divide by multiple things in my denominator, so I'm going to put a parenthesis, 2 times log 3, and I don't even have to close my parentheses, but if you want to, close, enter. So my approximation is 1.5325, because you're going to round to 4 decimal places again. 1.5325. Alright? So, harder questions. Out of these 2 questions, these are the same. I'm only going to do one of them. I'm going to do number 2. Treat it the same way, distribute and whatnot. It's just, I'm going to do number 2. So on number 2, I'm going to take log of both sides. And like I said, I'm going to show all my work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my powers in front. So I have x log 7 equals parenthesis x minus 1 parenthesis log of 10. And I'm going to distribute. So the reason why I need to distribute is I have a minus or a plus on this side. So x log 7 isn't going to change, but now I'm going to have x log 10 minus log 10, because negative 1 times log 10 is going to be a minus log 10. Any multiplication you do is all to the front of the log, not on the back side of those numbers. So I'm going to minus x log 10, because I want my x's to hang out together. Alright, and so I'm going to have x log 7 minus x log 10 equals negative log of 10. Okay? Excuse me. So, what I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at how x's were x's, x, x. I'm trying to keep all the x's on the same side. So now on this side I have an x and an x. They're on the same side, they're on the left, but they're times something. So what I want to do is I need a factor. These both share a factor of x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull an x out in front. So I have log 7 minus log 10 equals negative log of 10. Now, I could rewrite this, I could multiply, I could do a whole bunch of different things, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work things out to where I am just going to get x by itself and then divide. That's the way I like to do these problems. Sometimes I do them crazy, but it's the best thing. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to divide by the same thing on top and bottom. Log 7 minus log 10. And over here, I'm going to do the same thing. Log 7 minus log of 10. And what happens is this will cancel here. And then I'm going to have x equals negative log 10. So x equals negative log of 10. Oops, can't see that. All divided by log of 7 minus log of 10. So I'm going to type that in my calculator. I'm going to get an answer. When I do that, I'm going to make sure I take the time to print it out, or not print it out, excuse me, type it out correctly. So on my calculator, I'm going to go negative log 10, parenthesis, enter, and I'm going to make sure I get an answer. And then I'm going to hit divided by, parenthesis, log 7, close my parenthesis. Notice how I had one to start. Minus log 10, parenthesis, close it up, enter. So my answer is approximately 6.4557 because that 9 makes that 6 round up. So when you have values in front of x, if you were to pull the factor of x out, so say you had a 2 right here, hypothetically, 2, you would pull an x out and then you would have a 2 in front of the log. Just like when you had a2 over here, you just don't pull the x out, we divided by. So just pay attention to that. But when I say log 2 log of 3, that's what I mean by there's a 2 in front.